the sentiments and ideas of all persons in the gathering take one and the same direction, and their conscious personalities vanish. A collective mind is formed, doubtless transitory, by presenting very clearly marked characteristics. The gathering has become what, in the absence of a better expression, I will call an organized crowd. Or, if the term being considered preferably a psychological crowd. Did I say crowd? A psychological crowd. Wow, I like that word. It forms a single being and is subject to the law of the mental unity of crowds. The most striking peculiarity presented by a physiological crowd is the following. Whoever be the individuals that compose it, however like or unlike be their mode of life, their occupation, their character, or their intelligence, the fact that they have been transformed into a crowd puts them in possession of a sort of collective mind which makes them feel, think, and act in a manner quite different from that in which each individual of them would feel, think, and act. Were he in a state of isolation, there are certain ideas of feelings which do not come into being, or do not transform themselves into acts, except in the case of the individuals forming a crowd. In crowds, it is stupidity and not mother wit that is accumulated. Individuality is weakened. The most careful observations seem to prove that an individual emerged for some length of time in a crowd, in action, soon finds himself in a special state, which most resembles the state of fascination. I like that word. Motherfucking fascination, in which the hypnotized individual finds himself. The conscious personality has entirely vanished. Will the discernment are lost. All feelings and thoughts are bent in the direction determined by the hypnotizer. Under the influence of a suggestion, he will undertake the accomplishment of a certain act with irresistible impetuous. The impetuosity is the more irresistible in the case of crowds, from the fact that the suggestion being the same for all individuals of the crowd, it gains in strength by reciprocity. Is that how you say that? Reciprocity? Moreover, by the mere fact that he forms parts of an organized crowd, a man descends several rungs in the ladder of civilization, isolated. He may be cultured individual. In a crowd, he is a barbarian. That is a creature acting by instinct. He possesses the spontaneity, the violence, the furiosity, and also the enthusiasm and heroism of primitive beings, whom he further tends to resemble by the facility with which he allows himself to be induced to commit acts contrary to his most obvious interests and his best known habits. An individual in a crowd is a grain of sand and other grains of sand with which the wind stirs up at will. Hello everybody. Hello human becomings. Hello Jake. Welcome to one of the greatest knowledge drips of all time. This is Wild Thoughts with your host, The Big Bang. Bang! Woo! And today, we're no longer in Florida. Go ahead. We got a good knowledge drip for you guys today. I'm here with my good buddy, Jake. Say hello, Jake.
Hello.
Tell him about yourself.
Well, I'm just a peaceful, loving stoner that just vibes out and loves life.
That's good. Well, as we can hear him, he's a peaceful stoner that loves life. Now, most of us, we know, if you're a great leader of knowledge thoughts, wild thoughts, knowledge dripping, that is, you know how we do it here. We open up with some great shit, we read some stuff. But today, we wanted to go over something a little bit different with this Jacob guy here. So to start it off, I actually got into my Bible for him. This is actually in the Book of Mormon, the LDS book. It's a pretty good one if you haven't read it. But as you know, we've been talking about roots. So, if you go to Jacob 5, Jacob 5:36, it says, "Nevertheless, I know that roots are good, and for mine own purpose I have preserved them, and because of much strength they have hitherto brought forth from the wild branches good fruit. But behold, the wild branches have grown and have overrun the roots."
What does that mean?
What does that mean, everybody? To grow our roots, to grow our civilization, to continue our leaves of unfolding. I don't know what it means. For the world is just an alphabet. Woo! Motherfucker, the world's just a motherfucking alphabet.
Just a bunch of words.
Just a bunch of words. Now, my friend here, Jake, I don't know if you guys recognize him, but he's actually from one of my very first knowledge drips that we tried out. It was a long time ago. And, you know, it got like 12 views. But we no longer create a knowledge drip, a podcast. Why did I say that? We create a knowledge drip, that is. And he was talking, and he was saying how he wanted to be on it. And how he disagreed with the term, make your life easy. So, now that we're almost 7 minutes and 50 seconds in, I'm going to let Jake explain to everybody, all the leaders, why we shouldn't make our life easy. So go ahead, Jake.
All right. It's super simple. With good things, it comes hard work. Hard work presents good things. It takes hard work for good things to happen. Now, make your life easy. I would say that the knowledge drip, with all this knowledge, I don't particularly agree with it. And the reason why is because knowledge is a burden. Having that knowledge, knowing things, that's why they say ignorance is bliss. So what you're saying is, take this knowledge, take upon this burden, and with hard work, good things will come.
Make hard work. Make your life hard. Work hard.
Make me hard.
Do hard. Go hard in school. Work 80 hours and die. Work hard. Become earth of the dust. Become back into the dust that we pretend to be.
There we go.
It's the earth, man. It's the being of time.
It's the circle of life.
It's the motherfucking circle of life. Because it says in the book, the good book, the Holy Bible, the first one, Genesis 1, what does it say in there? Most of y'all know this. It says that something like, motherfucking, we gotta eat the bread, and the bread comes from the earth, and the earth will turn, and the bread will continue to toil or sweat from the face until we return back to the dirt. Now, it says something like that. Not 100% sure, but you can go look it up in the Holy Bible in Genesis. It's like the first couple pages. It's all there. But making your life easy, is it what we wanted to do? How can we make our life easy? How can we make our life hard? How can we work hard to strive to get those 6 rings?
6.
How can we work hard to fly airplanes? How can we work hard to avoid death?
Death is inevitable. Death comes for us all.
So how could you make your life hard?
If you want good things from it, if you want fulfillment, then you gotta put the work in. You gotta put in the dedication. If you float around with no attachment, then is that really different than death?
Floating around with no attachment, different from death? Let's go ahead and open up to something here. 200, page 250. Lesson 11 in the law of success. Accurate thought. Now, accurate thought is working with your subconscious mind, working with your infinite intelligence, that is your demon on your back that holds you back. The procrastination.
What was that?
The procrastination.
There we go.
The procrastination.
Make friends with your demons.
The procrastination of evil thoughts. The procrastination of accurate thoughts. And if you make your accurate thoughts with your accurate thoughts and your big old titty thoughts,
Diggle bitty!
you can easily discern the difference between making your life easy and making your life hard. Now, if you want to make your life hard, you can. And how do you make your life hard? Through thinking. Now, the law of success in the lesson 11, it's about accurate thinking. And accurate thinking can be led to 2 different ways as well. It can be led to hard, and it can be led to easy. But really, if there is no easy, and there is no hard, then there's just dirt. Dirt flowing, dirt rolling, rocks turning into sand, humans being buried, their sons bleached in the sun. Their son bleached in the sun? Yeah, their sons bleached in the sun. Their daughters bleached in the sun. Their bones bleached in the sun. It's the choices of life. It's the choices of death. Now, most of the time, I know we do around this time some meditations, but there's only one meditation that I want to go over today with you guys. So just remember that this whole knowledge drip today is about accurate thought. And how can we make accurate thought our best motherfucking life? Now Jake, he's gone. He's on his phone. He's on Tinder. He forgot what's going on.
Lost.
He's lost. See, this knowledge drip, it takes things. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of accurate thinking. It makes your life easy. So go ahead and relax for a little bit. We're at the 14-minute, 30-second mark. Go ahead and breathe in, because we're going to be hearing a lot from Jake now. As you know, he's a guest at the knowledge drip, that is. But most guests, they just want to sit there and listen to me. Motherfucker, you're going to say something today. Alright? So, let's go ahead and get into some meditations now. We're at the 15-minute mark. And these meditations are pretty good. They're for you, they're for me, they're for everybody. And it says like this. So go ahead and take a deep breath in. Shit your face, lick a clit, grab some tits. Why not, man? You can do it. Life is easy. Make your life easy. For this is the meditation of the day. Things cannot touch the soul, for they are external and remain motionless, and our perturbations spring from the opinion that is within. The other, that all things which you see are changing, now and soon will no longer be. Bear constantly in mind how many of these changes you have already witnessed. The universe is transformation. Life is a succession of views.
Why are you yelling?
Life is a motherfucking succession of views. You must constantly have it in your mind. Now, there's probably one word that everyone's asking, and that is, what is the word of perturbations? I know it sounds like masturbation, but perturbation is the self-denial within your own mind. Telling yourself that you're not capable of doing something. What do you think about that, Jake?
I think it's pretty good.
I think he's pleading the fifth. He doesn't want to talk. So, we're at the 17-minute mark now. Jake's a little nervous to talk in front of the snowball.
I'm just a little bit. This is my first time on the show, and just trying to get my bearings.
He's trying to get his bearings. So speak up. So, for you, I think we're going to do some affirmations. Because it's just you and I talking. And you can talk about whatever you want. You can talk about animals. We like animals. You can talk about water. We like water. You can talk about electricity. We love the feeling of electricity going through our motherfucking cars.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Electricity is Mother Nature's life force.
Speak up.
The blood. Fine, I gotta speak up then. Electricity is what it's all about. That's why the Big Bang here will probably be one of the first ones to get the new Cybertruck.
It's true.
And because of that, because of that sacrifice, that dedication, that hard work,
Making my life easy.
he gets to drive around in the new Cybertruck. That's may or may not be bulletproof. We're not exactly sure. We know for damn sure it's not stone-proof. But hey, that doesn't matter. It's not important. Not important.
It's not important.
But do you think that they will keep that original design? Do you think that they'll keep that? Or do you think that by the time it comes out, they'll change it up? Kind of like this, well, when Sonic the Hedgehog first came out, they freaking, by the time it came out, they had to redo the whole thing. So I wonder if the Cybertruck's going to have the same problem. What do you think?
Well, obviously, dear leaders, we're talking about the Cybertruck, the Tesla truck. And, yes, they're going to redo it. Of course. They can't keep that steering wheel in there. They don't even have blinkers in the thing. It's just a concept car. But it's futuristic. And it's not like any other concept car. Because most old-ass cars, most of the new cars that they're trying to push out there that are electric are well over $200,000. They're expensive. They're bulky. Now we're talking about the Tesla Cybertruck. The Tesla Cybertruck is the universe. It's the electricity. It's the thing that will continue to move your soul after you're dead. It's the motherfucking Cybertruck. So, it's the motherfucking Cybertruck. Of course. He's over here Snapchatting all his girlfriends. That's alright. Maybe that's a good thing. Get this shit live. Get it going live, motherfucker. Maybe that's what I need. See what I'm saying?
Motherfucker.
I need someone like him to be using the Snapchat, which you can easily follow me at.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker. Alright, so here we go. We're at the 20-minute mark. Let's go ahead and have Jake, since he's so attached to his phone. Let's go ahead and have him read our affirmations of the day. Because our affirmations are what keep us going. So, this is definitely one of the greatest knowledge drips I have ever done to date. It's different. We talked about Cybertrucks. We burped. We had good food. It's a good time. So go ahead, Jake. Take over for a little bit and read some affirmations for us.
I am the universe. I am excited. I am the dust. I am very bored of this, and this is a lot of words, but okay, I'm going to power through this. I am awake. I am the air. I am forever happy.
That's right.
I am all matter. I am all things. I am me, for I am I.
Yes.
I am aware of my abilities, and I shall always prepare my mind with possibilities. I am destined for all things I can conquer. I am the honest player of my life. I am the possibility of all breath. I am fearless, and I move fearlessly.
That's right.
I am all things, for I am the undeniable seed of the holy word.
Wow.
What is this?
I like that.
I am the power of all creatures and all living and breathing things. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This sounds like some sort of like manifesto that like Superman would like say if he took over the world.
Congratulations.
Okay.
You made it to the knowledge drip.
Here we go. Congratulations. I am always in my mind of how not to worry. I am not overthinking anything in my breath. I am continually grateful I'm continually grateful for all things in my life. I am the poor, I am the rich, I am the everlasting creature of life. I am the master of my hill. I hold all these affirmations to be true to the word, for thus I shall die on the hill of the Big Bang.
Die on the hill of the Big Bang. Thank you, Jake. Well, we're at the 22-minute mark. And Jake doesn't seem like he needs to do this anymore, because he has realized now that he is the universe. He has realized that he is all things and dust. He has realized that he is destined to conquer his greatness. Now, how about you? Great leaders out there, listeners, as we sit here in the great state of Utah, where it's cold. That's right, people, I travel. And if you want me to travel to you, to speak to you, and we can do a knowledge trip together, all you gotta do is pay the small price, $2,500.
Only $2,500 right now.
Only $2,500 to sign up for me. Now, let's continue on with this knowledge trip that is. Because there's something that you said that's still bothering me. It's about this whole working hard thing. That's like an old time, like that's what our parents used to do. Our parents would work hard. The people before them would work hard. They'd all work hard for hours, long days, spending hours and hours away from their houses. They'd pay a bunch of money for. Is our house just to sleep? Is it just to work hard? Everyone says you must work hard, but I'm saying make your life motherfucking easy.
If your parents, keyword parents, didn't go and work all those long hours, then where would you be at today?
Probably way ahead in life.
In what way?
I'm not sure which way. Let me think about that.
This the way, that the way.
How could I be harder? How could I be more further in life if my parents didn't work hard? Maybe if they found a way to make money without working so hard, it would have been better. Because you put in long hours to get a good casket. Put in long hours.
Is it a good casket, or is it the well-being and benefit of the people that you leave behind?
It's all about leaving what you can leave behind.
Well, there you go. So, I guess the question is, how do you amass wealth?
How do you amass wealth? Wealth as in money, wealth as in the abundance of life. Wealth.
Horse racing.
As in horse racing.
Make money.
Wealth. As in the gas prices. I guess you're right. I guess you do gotta work motherfucking hard. You've changed my mind. From now on, we're no longer going to make our life easy. We're going to make our life hard. We're going to try everything, and we're going to think in our minds for the next 30 days how hard everything is.
Get hard!
We're going to go hard.
Get hard.
We're going to think hard.
Get hard.
We're going to think lack.
And not whack.
And not whack. We're going to think of how to make our lives harder than motherfucking shit. As he pulls up his shirt to take another picture of his nipple.
My nipples need attention. It's going on the gram.
It's going on the gram.
Hi, Mom.
His pictures of his nips are going on the gram.
People pay a lot of money for nip pics.
People pay a lot of money for nip pics. People pay a lot of money just to listen to me talk. Now that we're at the 26-minute and 55-second mark, I have something written here that I wanted to go over today in my notebook. And it's about choosing versus choice. And this is still all on lesson 11, which is accurate thinking. But it says choose versus choice, versus death versus growth. So this is our story today. All the great leaders of the world. How to choose the versus choice versus the death versus growth. We've gone over this before because I've read this before on the Knowledge Drip, I know. But there's a few new listeners that have just tuned in. And this one is a motherfucking good one. So we're going to go ahead and take a break, take a breath, enjoy our sights, enjoy our views, enjoy the milk chocolate of life.
Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate of life. Thank you for the correction. We're going to go over this choose versus choice versus death versus growth. And then we're going to finish it off with Jake reading our most famous and most controversial piece of equipment we have here to this date. And that is the self-confidence formula. So after we go over the choose versus choice versus death versus growth, we're going to do our self-confidence formula, and then we're going to call it a motherfucking day. So here we go. The management of life will be easy. No, fuck that. We're making it hard now. The management of life will be hard for you if you are able to choose. The only concern in the mind is what words are repeated and what images flash before your ever-breathing eyelids. Leaders, it is for now your opportunity to choose. You must breathe your ideas in through the power of your subconscious mind to know that you can choose what you desire. Your being of breath may someday or might stop breathing. How will you change your breath from stopping? How will you learn to live again? Learn to do what you desire. Finding the opportunities to bear your pineal gland. This long overdrawn and usually under-perceived notions of your brain will have you climbing in fear, for your fear is in your useless mind. I've been using this whole week without using my brain to whip fear from me. Things that were only going to be achieved in a long period of time have now completely manifested. I have yet this week not felt the fear of criticism. For if I need say something, I have. For my choosing, I have talked to the other human becomings as easy as I have a conversation with a beautiful image I see reflecting in the mirror. And I have been given, and I have been taken my fear of criticism out of my mind. For I just used my heart to beat the everlasting existence of pure confidence into my soul. We all, as breathing and insexual human becomings, must make a chance of breaths, and we must chance our hearts to continue on the path. For if it was really hard, only you would choose that unbounded and unpaved mountain, climb to the top. For loose rocks would not stop you, for unrelenting torrents of rivers would barely push you, because you know you choose. And you are in the ever now, and you are in the ever no. You choose to make your life hard, and you are in the ever no. For as the person you are now is forever going to get left at the threshold of the door of fear, and the human becoming will glide through, easily pursuing, easily moving the bullets that are fired at you. When you decide to get rid of that fear, you will slide over the obstacles. You will realize that accomplishing your goals is easier than breathing. For all knowing inside of you, your goals are you. You're calling me. And invisible, you caught and achieved yourself. When you can move on from your fears, your choice will not be made by the quickness of your thoughts, but by the actions of your heart. And how many beats will you let your heart take to fuel your mind that fuels you with doubt? The choice is yours. How long will you keep your seed from germinating and not letting your roots grow? Ooh, your roots grow. Didn't we read about that somewhere today? Early in the podcast, Knowledge Drip, that is. We did. Talked about letting our fruits grow, the knowledge grow, the roots grow. Jacob. It's in the book. Letting our roots grow for unlimited lives. You get one. For unlimited power, you get to chance and choose. For the master is you. For the performance is within you. Take yourself to high level and take it through the heart. You're young and ready, or you're dead and underground. The choice is yours, and the smile you bear, is it filled with fear? Life is hard unless you use your brain. Big bang.
Bang!
Whew. Well, guys, we're way over the 30-minute mark. We're at the 33-minute and 20-second mark. So, Jake, why don't you go ahead and open up the book, The Law of Success? And if you have it with him, you guys know what page it is, page 79. I wish he would have put it on page 69, but he didn't. Put it on page 79.
Self-confidence formula.
Here we go. Hold on. Give me 1 second. So, everyone take a break. We're going to start this at the 34-minute mark. It goes to there. We're going to start this at the 34-minute mark. So go ahead and breathe. Go ahead and take your thoughts. And listen to this guy, Jake, read to you the self-confidence formula. Because it's that time of the day. So go ahead, Jake. Take it over.
Self-confidence formula. First, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, aggressive, and continuous action toward its attainment. Second, I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind eventually reproduce themselves in outward bodily action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my mind for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to be by creating a mental picture of this person and then transforming that picture into reality through practical service.
Yes.
Third, I know that through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of realizing it. Therefore, I shall devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of the factors named in the 16 lessons of this reading course on the law of success. Jesus, 16? Woof. Fourth, I have clearly mapped out and written down a description of my definite purpose in life for the coming 5 years. I have set a price on my services for each of these 5 years, a price that I intend to earn and receive through strict application of the principle of efficient, satisfactory service which I will render in advance. 5. I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to me the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because I will first serve them. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity, because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me, because I will believe in them and in myself. I will sign my name to this formula, commit it to memory, and repeat it aloud once a day with full faith that it will gradually influence my entire life so that I will become a successful and happy worker in my chosen field of endeavor. Signed by me.
Signed by Jake. Congratulations, everybody. We made it. Remember, I am taking full responsibility for my own reality. I know that the universe is responding to my every thought and desire. I choose thoughts of fulfillment, happiness, and love. Well, everyone, this has been one of the greatest knowledge drips I have ever produced, to be honest with you. It is. So congratulations on making it. This has been one of the greatest. This has been Wild Thoughts with your host, The Big Bang. And until next time, goodbye.